impact of the oil spill that is having on the Gulf is an image that many of us will not forget for any time soon. And a Kansas City photographer is capturing some of those first moments, and you're going to see some of his work featured on a major publication. We've got Charlie Riedel here to talk more about his experiences. So tell us, when did you work for the Associated Press? You're a photographer with the Associated Press. So I guess just describe to me what you saw when you first arrived to the Gulf.
Well, would be my second trip to the Gulf. I went in mid-May, and at that point, most of the spill was way out to sea. I mean, it had been dispersed. It wasn't affecting land. It wasn't affecting anything. I spent 2 weeks there, and at that point, it started to affect land. It would hit some of the furthest marshes, basically oil in the marsh kind of thing. But it really hadn't affected wildlife per se so much. I came home for a week and went back for 2 weeks. And at that point we started to see pictures like this.
Yeah, this one I think really just kind of knocks the wind out of you when you see it. Really hits home what's going on there. And is this the image that you say is going to be featured on the cover of Time magazine?
Well, not this particular image.
Okay.
On this day, I think I moved somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 pictures to the wire for distribution, and it's one of that take. But there were just a lot of different images that they had to choose from. But I'm not even sure if you have it here.
But gosh, take a look at that one. I mean, when you saw that had to take your breath away as well, and seeing it through the lens of a camera. What's that like as a photographer?
Well, when we got to this island, there were we saw 4 birds that were heavily oiled. One was offshore, and 3 of them were on the coast. And 2 were the brown pelicans, and then the little one that was flipped upside down was a laughing gull. And it was obviously the most impacted of the 3. It was totally caked on with oil. The waves were washing over it, and it looked like it was very much on its last legs. And eventually this wave flipped it over, and it was flailing to stay alive. I've since learned that it's been rescued, and I don't know exactly if it survived or not, but they were rescued just within a few minutes after we left the island.
Your pictures are amazing.
Oh, thank you.
And you said, just tell us real quick, because I want to see this magazine. Is it next month's issue that one of your photos will be featured on the cover of Time?
Well, next week's Time. Next week's Time cover.
All right.
I don't know if there's any inside or not. But.
Well, we certainly look forward to seeing more of the work that you do, because you certainly tell quite a story in your pictures. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.